Hi everyone, my name is Gwen Mc Hale. I'm a somatic therapist and educator based in the west of Ireland. I'm sitting here in my studio today in the countryside of County Clare on a bright sunny day, and I'm really feeling privileged, deeply privileged to be in such a safe, beautiful environment where all my basic needs are basically met. Privilege is a word we're hearing about a lot in the media under extremely unfortunate and saddening circumstances. It's a conversation we need to have, though. We need to talk about privilege, we need to talk about power, we need to talk about oppression. And what's come to me is that I know all of those positions. I know what it is to be privileged, I know what it is to have power, I know what it is to not have power, I know what it is to be oppressed and subjugated. And I realise that we all probably know all of those positions on this spectrum of power. We all are in some ways privileged, and we are all in some ways disempowered and subjugated. So as a white Irish woman, I know the privilege of having white skin, and I occupy a place of disempowerment as a woman within a patriarchal society, where in my early years I felt unsafe walking the streets at night, the same way that I'm hearing that Black men in America feel unsafe walking the streets at night. And I feel a great sense of camaraderie and connection to everybody who knows that experience. I'm privileged in that I'm able-bodied, basically healthy. I'm privileged in that I'm well educated, have resources. I've also occupied a place of growing up in a very working class, disempowered, impoverished community, where back in the 80s when I was a kid, there was like 75% unemployment. We all know what it is to be disempowered. We all know what it is to be oppressed. We all know what it is to have power over others or be in a more empowered position than others and have basic privileges that we take for granted. So working as a therapist, I see the tension that's there in us, and the splitting that can happen. So if I'm connecting with a part of me that feels really disempowered, perhaps a child part that experienced some sort of abuse or disempowerment due to somebody else having power over and abusing that power, then I'll find myself in a very small, very contracted, very subjugated and shamed position. And if I'm connecting with a part of me that is feeling, how blessed I am to have everything I have and to be so well, then I occupy a really different embodied state of being. Sometimes the work is being able to hold the reality of both of these polar opposite experiences. So I could feel the internal tension of being both empowered and disempowered, of being both the oppressor and the oppressed, of being both a person of great privilege and authority and power, and being a person who is small and weak and without power and without voice. And the stretching that can happen to me as I allow for all of those realities and all of those parts to coexist creates a kind of a dynamic tension within my own form, within my own body, within my own mind, where I can achieve a sense of real empowerment. I can connect with the rage and grief and struggle of the oppressed part. And I can also connect with the power and resources of the privileged part. And they can work together, much like we would love to see happening at a societal level. Those with privilege and those without working together for a greater good. So what I would love to see happening at a global level at a national level is also what I know and I do witness happening in myself and in my clients quite often, is this integration where the resources of one part of myself, part of a community, can provide a foundation and a support and a container for the part that is disconnected from resource, that is disconnected from the nourishment that comes so easily to others. So that's my offering at this really painful time in history. And yeah, just maybe take time with that for yourself. Reflect on what in me knows oppression, what in me resonates with the experience of fear and subjugation, and what in me knows privilege. What ways am I privileged? And internally, what can I do? And externally, maybe you feel moved to do something too. Okay. May we all stay present and grounded and able to breathe in this very turbulent year. Best wishes to you all.